So today in this video, I'm going to be going over how to squat with the barbell for the very first time. So if you don't know me, my name is Daniel Flores. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a power lifter. I've been training clients for about 4 years now, and I want to teach you how to squat comfortably, safely, and with maximum amount of weight. So let's get into this video. If you've never squatted with the barbell before, this is going to be something that can probably help you out. So let's get right into it. So squatting with the barbell, I think the first couple exercises to master are going to be the goblet squat and the box squat. Those two are going to force you to be in a very good position leading up to the squat. Mastering the goblet squat, if you've never done a goblet squat, I can go over this in another video, but you're essentially having a dumbbell in your front rack position. This forces you, because of biomechanics and shit, to be in a really good position, even if you've never squatted before. So a couple things with cues with this one. I want you to sit back into your hips. I want you to push with your full foot. So if you're on your heels or on your toes, I want you to think about being in the center of your body mass. And then secondly, I want you to push your knees out away from the midline. So push hit your hips back and your knees out is going to be crucial for any squat you do. So once you master the goblet squat, I would say doing this for a couple weeks. If you're never touched a barbell before, master that for a couple weeks, get as strong as you can. Then once you do that, let's start getting into the barbell. This may seem a little quick, but if you have never squatted before, I suggest using a training bar. These bars are about 15 pounds. Some gyms have them, some gyms don't. If you don't have them, you can go ahead and try the 45-pound bar. It is going to be a little heavy, but if you have a spotter with you, this will make it a little bit easier. But mastering the barbell box squat is going to be step number 2. So what is a barbell box squat? A barbell box squat is you're squatting to a box. So in powerlifting, we have a literal like box made out of plywood that we would use for barbell box squats. But if you don't have that, go ahead and use like a regular bench or anything else where you can just sit on. So you're essentially using the barbell, and when you come down, you're sitting slightly on the bench. You're not resting completely. You're not releasing any tension from your feet. You're sitting down to the box, keeping your position, and you're essentially just breaking the momentum and giving you a kind of a safety net when you come back up. So this can help you with proprioception, which is basically just being aware of where your body is in space as you squat down. So you're not just kind of squatting down with no purpose. So you're sitting into that box and you're coming straight back up. So once you've mastered that for a couple weeks, I suggest going into a regular barbell box squat, or excuse me, into a regular barbell squat. So to do that, here's a couple cues that I think really helps me and my clients when they're first learning it. So let's get to it. So here are a couple cues when you first start with the barbell. So you're gonna grab the barbell with an even grip. So make sure that your hands are evenly across the barbell. Once you do that, you're going to duck underneath the barbell, and you're going to think about retracting your shoulder blades, so pushing them back together and pretend like you're squeezing a pencil. So you want to make sure that your back is squeezed as hard as fuck. Literally, it needs to be squeezed as hard as you fucking can. This creates a stable surface for the barbell to rest on, and as you increase in strength, as you get stronger, this will be more and more crucial. So think about pushing your shoulder blades together. And another cue you can think about is getting your elbows back behind you. This is going to engage your entire back musculature so the barbell can sit there very nicely. Number 2, once your back is all set up, you're going to step forward so you're directly underneath the barbell and just simply lock out your knees. I don't want you staying too far away and using your lower back to unrack the barbell. This is just going to put unnecessary pressure on your back, and as you get stronger, it'll be impossible to do. So as you stand up, you're going to take a couple steps back, and I can go over the proper way to get into or to step back out of the rack in a couple of videos. But once you get out of the rack, you're going to sit, you're going to start squatting. So I don't want you to rush into it. I want you to step out, and I want you to hold the weight for like a couple seconds. This is going to let your body know and understand the weight you're handling, and so you can control the weight a lot easier, and then instead of just going about it willy-nilly. So hold it there for about a second or two, and then I want you to stare into the floor in front of you. So find a point on the floor, stare at that point the entire time, Then the next step I want you to do is take a deep breath, engage your core, brace, and then sit back into your hips as you come down while simultaneously pushing out your knees. So this is opening up your hips so that you can use your hips to push the weight up instead of just your knees or like just your lower back. So it's engaging your entire body. So you're sitting back into your hips, pushing your knees out, getting to depth, and coming straight. So that is pretty much how the squat is supposed to be done. I can go over other details. Let me know if you have any more questions, but that's pretty much it. Peace.